welcome to Chicago.
Thank you.
Did you foresee something possibly happening with your deal ending with Tampa Bay, and just your thoughts on being in Chicago now?
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that I wasn't going back to Tampa. They're going in a different direction. So, but I enjoy my time there. I have no hard feelings about it. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this opportunity, and obviously, with Connor coming in and being the player that he is, I've watched many games of his, especially in the World Juniors. So, it's exciting. It's an exciting time for the Blackhawks.
With Luke Richardson, obviously, you guys had somewhat of a relationship in Montreal, and how nice to be working with him again.
Yeah, he's a tremendous person, first and foremost, and the wealth of knowledge he knows of the game. And we met in Montreal, and here we are again. It's so I kind of understand his philosophy of where he thinks, and the expectations that he has on and puts on his players. So I'm excited.
You said that you worked a lot with Suzuki and some of the younger players there to help mentor them. What kind of relationships did you have with them, and what kind of advice did you give those kids?
I don't know what kind of advice I could say, but each and every day, just going into the rink and watching them, and just working after practice on something, and with Nick and Cole in Montreal, and we had a veteran presence there, but there's a lot of young kids there, and it was just talking to them, just day-to-day stuff. So it's this league's not easy, and especially when you're 18, 19, 20 years old coming into the league, you got to get your feet wet and try to figure out where you fit, and I just try to help them out with that.
You obviously have a history against this team, and a lot of Blackhawks fans brought it up when the trade happened. Did you have a smile, or did you wonder how this could work?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's kind of been everywhere I've gone in the last few years. It's been that way, but there has been some heated moments myself against this team, and but I'm happy to be on this side and excited to see where this season goes.
Corey, you talked a little bit about Nick being in Montreal. Now having that experience mentoring rookies and young players in both Dallas and Montreal, I guess my question to you is, what are you going to do to help Connor kind of bring himself into the league to his full potential?
Well, we'll see where that goes. I got to meet him first, and then we'll go from there. But it's not so much for me on the ice. It's away from the rink. It's in the dressing room. Just being a good teammate, and just trying to help him with day-to-day stuff. Just trying to make sure he knows what to do, where to go, be on time, all those kind of things. And then the on-ice stuff, just it'll take over as the season goes.
If you pass Marion Olsen in the halls, are you guys going to be good?
It will be good. Yeah, yeah. There's I mean, I can probably go down the list of different things that have happened. I mean, you look at the other new guy coming in, Nick Foligno, and myself. We had something when he was in Toronto and I was in Montreal, and that happens everywhere you go. You put it behind you, and you move on. Your teammates now.
So you have said that you're the type of player you're hated if you're on the other team, but they love you if you're on their team. Do you agree with that, and do you relish that kind of role in the NHL?
I relish that. I like it. Yeah, it's probably a great compliment to have. Is you're hated on the opposition in opposing rinks, and you're loved at home.
Did you fully intend on playing this year, and what was that recruiting pitch like after they traded for you?
Did I fully in what, sorry?
Did you intend on playing? Were you committed to playing regardless this year?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there's no thought of retirement, and there still isn't. And I feel like I could have a few more years left in me.
What was the recruiting pitch like after they acquired your rights?
I talked to Kyle and Luke, and it was a great conversation. It was probably 40-minute conversation, and everything from under the sun we talked about, and from family to hockey to to schooling to everything. So it was a great pitch, and I couldn't be more happy.
After the trade to get Taylor and Nick, they said that they were looking forward to kind of proving that even in their 30s that they still have a lot left in the tank and can still be really impact players in this league, especially with more ice time potentially on the Hawks. Do you feel the same way? And I guess what are you hoping to bring this year?
Yeah, I feel the same way. You know, you never liked hearing that we're going to go in a different direction, and that's kind of been the fire that's lit me. And you know, I heard it in Anaheim when they bought me out. So it's something that fuels me, and I'm excited to see where this goes.
Corey, interesting to see you here in Chicago without Ryan Getzlaff in the same area. But
Yeah.
I know you just said you're going to be helping Connor more, and the young guys more so off the ice, but it's a physical game.
Yeah.
And there are times, I'll use the old word, to keep the flies off people.
Yeah.
Does that still arise in the National Hockey League, where a young guy needs a little bit of extra? Make sure you're making sure his back is taken care of, so that
I think so.
he can do his job.
100%. Yeah, it's like I said, this league's not easy, and you know, coming in at 18 years old, you know, he's gonna have things that he hasn't seen before, and you know, playing against men and all these different things. So it's, but yeah, that's why, you know, you have to do what you have to do, and that's kind of what's kept me in the league.
As somebody, you know, who's obviously played in this town a lot for the opposition, what has been your impressions of like the United Center and the franchise and the city?
Well, I just starting to get to know the city a little bit. I haven't been, you know, it's been here for a weekend a couple years ago, but that was about it. And you know, we're trying to take it all in and be a part of the community. And then, you know, the United Center, it's a great place to play hockey. Right from the national anthem all the way through the game, and you know, when you're in this building, you know that you're in a hockey game, and it's a lot of fun.
Is there sort of a cyclical effect to your time in Anaheim, being that you were the young guy there winning the cup, and now you're the mentor, kind of like Solani was for you back there?
Mm-hmm. This game goes by fast, and but yeah, I still remember walking into that dressing room, and they say don't take it for granted. Make sure you remember everything and soak it all in, and because it goes by fast. And I didn't really understand what they're talking about, but you really do. You really take it in, and you see what they're talking about, and that's something I'll pass on to these young guys.
What's been your impression, you know, from the outside of what the Blackhawks have been doing the last couple of years in terms of their rebuild and what they're assembling?
Well, I think they have a great vision, a great plan in place, and you know, it's starting to come together, I think, and I think you'll see throughout the season that you know, having Connor obviously is a big boost, but you know, just what they really want to see in this hockey team. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
Something the Blackhawks really have focused on in the development camp has been the mental side of the game. Kind of seeing, like when you started with your career, you win a Stanley Cup,
Mm-hmm.
you've obviously been on the other side of it. You talked about how you had the conversation about being brought out. With all the different stops that you had, what was the one thing you could take from each that you could teach some of the younger kids on the team?
Well, now you put me on the spot, but you know, at the end of the day, you can't take this game for granted. It can come to a screeching halt pretty quick, and you know, being bought out, I didn't know if I was going to play again, but here we are, you know, 5 years later, and still going strong. So, you know, at the end of the day, you just got to put your head down and go to work.
What are you working on this summer, training-wise?
Everything, just trying to get a little, you know, obviously quicker, stronger, you know, all those cliches, but it definitely helps for me, and a lot of power skating as well.